Blood circulation system. Blood circulation system and the working of human heart. The human body is a complex machine that requires a constant supply of oxygen and nutrients to perform its functions. Blood circulation is a vital process that ensures the proper distribution of these vital substances throughout the body. In this lecture, we will explore the blood circulation system, the different types of blood vessels, and how the human heart works to pump blood through the body. Blood circulation system. The blood circulation system is composed of three main components: the heart, the blood vessels, and the blood itself. Blood vessels are of three types: arteries, veins, and capillaries. Arteries are the blood vessels that carry oxygenated blood away from the heart, while veins carry deoxygenated blood back to the heart. Capillaries are small blood vessels that connect arteries and veins, and they are the sites of exchange of gases, nutrients, and waste products between the blood and body tissues. Here is a more detailed explanation of the blood circulation system process, step by step. Step 1. Oxygen-poor blood enters the heart. Deoxygenated blood enters the right atrium of the heart through two large veins called the superior and inferior vena cava. These veins bring blood back from the body's organs and tissues, which have used up the oxygen and nutrients in the blood. Step 2. Blood flows into the right ventricle from the right atrium. The deoxygenated blood flows into the right ventricle, the chamber located just below the right atrium. Step 3. The right ventricle pumps blood to the lungs. As the right ventricle contracts, it forces the deoxygenated blood through the pulmonary valve and into the pulmonary artery, which carries the blood to the lungs. Once in the lungs, the blood flows through tiny blood vessels called capillaries, where it picks up oxygen and gets rid of carbon dioxide. Step 4. Oxygen-rich blood returns to the heart. After the blood is oxygenated in the lungs, it travels back to the heart via the pulmonary veins. These veins carry the oxygen-rich blood from the lungs to the left atrium of the heart. Step 5. Blood flows into the left ventricle from the left atrium. The oxygen-rich blood flows into the left ventricle, the chamber located just below the left atrium. Step 6. The left ventricle pumps blood to the body. As the left ventricle contracts, it forces the oxygen-rich blood through the aortic valve and into the aorta, the body's largest artery. From there, the oxygen-rich blood flows through smaller arteries and arterioles, eventually reaching the capillaries in the body's tissues. Step 7. Oxygen and nutrients are delivered to body tissues in the capillaries. The oxygen and nutrients are exchanged for waste products, which are then carried away in the bloodstream. The deoxygenated blood then flows into venules and veins, eventually making its way back to the heart to start the cycle again. Conclusion. The blood circulation system is a complex process that involves the heart, blood vessels, and blood. Deoxygenated blood enters the heart and is pumped to the lungs, where it is oxygenated. The oxygen-rich blood then returns to the heart and is pumped out to the body's organs and tissues. Understanding the blood circulation system process is essential to maintaining good health and ensuring the proper distribution of oxygen and nutrients throughout the body. Working of the human heart. The human heart is a muscular organ located in the chest, between the lungs. It is responsible for pumping blood throughout the body, supplying oxygen and nutrients to the body's organs and tissues. The heart has four chambers: the right atrium, the right ventricle, the left atrium, and the left ventricle. The right atrium receives deoxygenated blood from the body and pumps it into the right ventricle. The right ventricle then pumps the blood into the lungs, where it gets oxygenated. The oxygenated blood then returns to the left atrium, which pumps it into the left ventricle. The left ventricle is the most powerful chamber of the heart, and it pumps the oxygenated blood out of the heart and into the aorta, which is the largest artery in the body. The heart is a muscular organ responsible for pumping blood throughout the body. It is located in the chest cavity, between the lungs, and is roughly the size of a closed fist. The heart has 4 chambers: the right atrium, the right ventricle, the left atrium, and the left ventricle. The atria are the upper chambers of the heart, while the ventricles are the lower chambers. The right atrium receives deoxygenated blood from the body and pumps it into the right ventricle. The right ventricle then pumps this blood to the lungs, where it picks up oxygen and gets rid of carbon dioxide. The left atrium receives oxygenated blood from the lungs and pumps it into the left ventricle. The left ventricle then pumps this blood out to the rest of the body, providing oxygen and nutrients to the tissues and organs. The heart is able to pump blood through the body because of the contraction and relaxation of its muscles. The contraction of the heart muscles is called systole, while the relaxation is called diastole. The electrical impulses that regulate these contractions originate in the sinoatrial (SA) node, located in the right atrium. As the SA node sends out electrical impulses, they cause the atria to contract, pushing blood into the ventricles. The impulses then travel to the atrioventricular (AV) node, located between the atria and ventricles, where they are delayed slightly before being transmitted to the ventricles. The delay allows the atria to finish contracting before the ventricles start contracting. This is important because it ensures that the blood is fully pumped out of the atria before it is pumped into the ventricles. The impulses then travel down specialized fibers called the bundle of His and the Purkinje fibers, causing the ventricles to contract and pump blood out to the rest of the body. The heart is also surrounded by a sac called the pericardium, which contains a small amount of fluid to help reduce friction as the heart beats. Blood vessels called coronary arteries supply the heart with oxygen and nutrients, allowing it to function properly. Overall, the heart's function is critical to maintaining the health and vitality of the body, and understanding its workings is key to keeping it healthy. The circulatory system, which includes the heart, blood vessels, and blood, is vitally important to the functioning of the human body. Here are some of the key reasons why. Transport of nutrients and oxygen. The circulatory system is responsible for transporting oxygen and nutrients from the lungs and digestive system, respectively, to all the cells in the body. These substances are necessary for energy production and other metabolic processes that keep the body functioning properly. Removal of waste products. The circulatory system also helps remove waste products, such as carbon dioxide and other metabolic waste, from the cells and transport them to the lungs and kidneys for elimination. Regulation of body temperature. Blood circulation plays a key role in regulating body temperature. When the body temperature rises, the blood vessels near the skin dilate, allowing more heat to be released. When the body temperature drops, the blood vessels constrict, helping to conserve heat. Protection against infection and disease. Blood contains white blood cells and antibodies that help protect the body against infection and disease. These cells and antibodies are transported throughout the body by the circulatory system, helping to fight off pathogens and foreign substances. Maintenance of fluid balance. The circulatory system helps maintain fluid balance in the body by transporting fluids to and from the cells and regulating blood pressure. This is important for maintaining proper hydration levels and preventing conditions such as edema. In summary, the circulatory system is essential for maintaining the overall health and function of the human body. Without it, the cells would not receive the necessary oxygen and nutrients, and waste products would accumulate, leading to a host of health problems. Conclusion. In conclusion, blood circulation is a vital process that ensures the proper distribution of oxygen and nutrients throughout the body. The blood circulation system is composed of the heart, the blood vessels, and the blood itself. The human heart is responsible for pumping blood throughout the body, and it has 4 chambers that work together to accomplish this function. Understanding the blood circulation system and the working of the human heart is crucial to maintaining good health.